Okay. So thank you everyone for signing up again. And the group on Tuesday, some of them said I put the fear of God into them with the message about the Vinyasa Flow. So you don't feel like that, do you? Because essentially that's what I teach anyway. It's just that I do some flow, but then I do functional mobility, and this class anyway is gentler, so we take more of the gentler poses, but it's a little bit more constant, and it's called, who's coming in? Hello, Jenny. So the vinyasa bit that is the half sun salute that we would do between poses. So that's the optional bit. So when I say take a vinyasa, which is you'll step back through and lower yourself down to the mat through chaturanga, cobra, down dog, and then we carry on with whatever we were doing. So that's the option where I will say, and we're not going to do loads of them in this class, we might build them, but that's the option where you can stay in down dog, and then if you wanted a bit more of a challenge, and then you would take chaturanga, cobra, up dog, down dog. So that's all really, but I'll be linking the poses a little bit more than I do normally. So it's more about the synchronizing the breath. So it's just as we would do normally, but less alignment comments. So that's it. So okay, that's fine. Okay, so firstly starting with our grounding. So sitting nice and tall, and starting with a deep inhale and a deep exhale. And then drawing your senses inwards, so not focusing on the sounds around you, just drawing your attention to your breath. Even the sensation of your hands resting on your thighs, your bottom on your block. Starting to deepen, lengthen the breath. And then coming to our pranayama. So we're going to practice Ujjayi breath with sound. So this is the breath for Vinyasa Flow. So it's that little restriction at the back of the throat. So as if you were trying to, if your mouth was open, as you breathe out, you'll be huffing to steam up a mirror right in front of you. So it's like, but with your mouth closed. So we're going to practice that. So as you inhale, then it's actually you do the same for the breath in, but that's harder to do. So that will come down the line. So just practicing that little sound of the breath. So Ujjayi means victorious, but we call it ocean breath. So still making maybe the inhale for 4 and exhale for 6, but just really, even if it's just only to your own ears, but trying to make that sound. And then one more round of the breath. And then at the bottom of the next exhalation, lowering your head, blinking your eyes open, and looking forward. Okay, then sitting as we are, just with your legs crossed. Make sure still we're drawing up through the pelvic floor, navel drawing in. And then inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the right, but using the left hand to draw yourself into the twist. Keep moving with your breath. So one more each side. And then when you come back to the left, you're going to pause here. So deepen that twist, get nice and tall, shoulders away from ears, pulling on the thigh. See if you can revolve that little bit more. And then inhaling, arms up and over, other side, and pause here. And then inhaling, coming back to center. And then we're going to take our hands, so neck stretch. So take your right hand to the left side of your chest, pressing that pectoral muscle in and drawing the palm down and leaning away. And just feeling, you might find, like I really feel this if I lift my chin. But you can just turn the chin, just feel into it. Shoulders drawing gently away from ears. Stretching the sides of the neck. Then bring your head back to center, release both hands down, draw your chin to your chest, and then little semicircles, bringing the ear towards the shoulders. And then back to center, looking forward. Now it's the left hand pressing in, drawing down. So we're beneath the collarbone here and leaning away. Okay, and then back to center. You're going to come off your block. Then our hip stretching, cross at the shin, so deeply cross the lower legs, flex at the feet, draw the toes towards each other, take your hips back, so that front shin, knee and ankle are in line with each other. Inhale, lift up, hinge forward as you exhale, and then folding inwards, but keep leaning forward with the chest so you really feel the hips stretch. Remembering you can start your Ujjayi breath. It's good to practice it while you're still. And then walk your hands up. Cross legs the other way. Lift your chest up and then hinge forward, other side. In here, yeah. Got room there, that's right. And then walking the hands back up. And come onto your hands and knees. And then bring the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Toes pointing forwards, hug that knee into the shoulder. And then take your right knee back so you're in a lunge. Press the floor away with your palms, straight arm, so you're spreading the shoulder blades, draw your navel in. And reach your chest forward, so you're lunging but squeezing that left knee into the shoulder. If you want to deepen it, you can lift through the back knee, so this is lizard lunge. But otherwise, just rest the leg, the back leg. And then turn the left toes off the mat, roll onto the outside edge of that foot. So make sure the thigh is tracking over the toes, and then bend the right knee. So you're kind of digging you're on the bottom of the thigh rather than the kneecap, and dragging yourself forward almost, so you're getting a quad stretch as you lunge. And then drop that back leg down. Bring yourself back into tabletop. Other side. Right leg forward. Beside the right hand. Hug the knee into the shoulder. Take the left knee so you're in a deeper lunge. So reaching the chest forward, spreading the shoulder blades a little, engage your core. And then bending the back knee, lunge. And then drop that knee or the foot down, come back to down dog. So knees towards the back of the mat, come into puppy pose. So walk your hands forward, hips stay over your knees, turn your tailbone up, and then draw your armpits down towards the mat. Rest your head. You can rest your head on your towel roll or a block if it doesn't reach. Stretching those shoulders, front of the chest, side ribs. And then inhale. Walk your hands ready for down dog, toes tucked, come up into downward facing dog. Walk your dog slowly, paddle through your heels. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Ragdoll here. And then release the arms slowly, standing, using your core, your thighs. And walk to the front of the mat. Okay. Half salutes to start. Standing in mountain. Inhale, palms to touch, reach up, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Extend, tailbone up, head up, and then exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, palms to touch. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, one more. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale, hands to heart and stand in mountain. This time we're going to add in down dog and child's pose. Standing in mountain, inhale, bring your arms up, palms to touch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, palms down, walk your feet back to down dog. Pausing for a breath here. And then on the next exhale, child's pose, knees wide, toes touching. Keep the child's pose active, so elbows lifted, arms strong, press the palms down, push them away from you. And then inhale, lifting back up, tuck your toes, come up into down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bring the right foot between your hands. Left foot forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Standing mountain. Okay. And again, inhale, reaching up, palms to touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms down, step back to down dog. Taking another breath here. And then the next exhale, drop your knees to child's pose. Elbows lifted. Then inhale, tuck your toes, come up into down dog. Next inhale, left leg lifts and bring the left foot between your hands. Exhale, step the right foot forward, halfway lift. Next exhale, forward fold. And inhale all the way up, palms to touch, and exhale to standing mountain. Well done. Okay, actually facing. In the front of the mat, inhale, bring your arms up. And then your right hand is going to take hold of your left wrist, lift up, lean over to the side, press that left hip out, so you really feel that lengthening up out of the hip. Inhale, come back to center, change the grip, lifting up, exhale, other side, taking another breath here. Then inhale, coming back up, clasp hands, turn the palms up, reach. And then exhale, release the arms down. Sorry, everyone goes, was I meant to do that with my arm? I've got my arm sore again. Okay, front of the mat. Exhale, bring your fingertips down. Take your right foot back into runner's lunge. Take another breath here, so your gaze is forward, but not up. Squeezing that back thigh as you sink your hips. And then exhale, right knee down, flatten the foot, come up onto the front thigh. And then we're going to rock forward. We're going to pulse forward. So exhale, rock forward, inhale, come back up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Then bring your fingertips down behind the front foot. Tuck the back toes under. This is our Ardha Hanuman half split. So you're going to take your hips back, flex that front foot. So you dig the heel down, feel as if you're dragging the foot towards the other knee. So dragging it back, and then exhale, come forward. Again, inhale, tilting back. Exhale, forward. Inhale. If knees are sore, then you can flip your mat over so it's double. Sorry? Oh, okay. If you need that. Okay. And then step, and then bring the feet back into down dog. Just settling into down dog. So coming a little higher on your toes, so up onto the balls of the feet and bend your knees. Press the floor away with your palms, lift the tailbone up. So you're trying to get long through the spine, hips high. Hips higher. Yeah. Yeah. So you're pressing that way. Relax your head between your arms. Yeah. And then straightening the legs, drawing the heels towards the mat. Drop your knees again. Keep the toes tucked under. Sit back through your heels. And then coming up onto the balls of your feet. Fingertips down, and we're just going to rock forwards and back on the toes. And bring the knees down, bring your hands forward, tuck your toes, lift your hips. And then inhale, roll forward into high plank. Puff out between the shoulder blades and drop your knees behind your hips. Just going to pause here. So we want to feel the weight through our hands, spread your shoulder blades a little, engage through the core. So really drawing in through the stomach, and your head is in line, the back of your head in line with your spine, so your gaze is straight down. And then lifting up into down dog. So this time we're going to do the same thing. So if you want to stay in high plank without dropping your knees, you can do that. Otherwise, rock forward and drop your knees behind your hips, or stay in high plank. Well done, everyone. Drop your knees down. And we're going to rock back. So it's like a toes tucked. You don't have to rest your head. You're just stretching the arms, and you can then bring your forearms down. And we're just going to move the hands a little bit, flick the fingers, make fists. And then palms down again. Rock forward, either knees dropped or high plank. And then knees are down, rock back again. And then weight through your hands, tuck your toes, lift your hips, come into down dog. And then inhale, up on your toes, bend your knees, look forward, step, hop, jump to the front of the mat. Come to halfway lift and pause here, looking up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart. So just take it nice and slow. And we're going to only go through poses that we've done before. So we're going to pick the pace up a little. If you need to take a break, child's pose as ever, or waiting down dog. So standing in mountain, inhale, palms to touch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. So straight up and back. And hold. And then exhale, down dog. Other side. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. And exhale, down dog. Walk your dog a little. Roll forward into high plank. You can drop your knees straight away, or we're coming to drop knees. So you can pause in high plank, then drop your knees, lower to the mat. Inhale, come to Sphinx. So forearms go forward, elbows under shoulders, tops of the feet press down. Draw your chest forward, turn the gaze down, really toning the back body, press the pubic bone down, use your legs. Remember our back bending. And then exhale for locust. Lying down, bring your arms beside you with the palms facing up. Bring the inside edge of the feet together. Inhale, lift. Keep the breath steady. And then exhale, set up the cobra, palms beside ribs. Tops of the feet press down, inhale, lift. So just to your tummy button and press through those palms, hug the elbows in as you draw them down. Feel your triceps, and then exhale, lowering down, tuck your toes, come up into down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Come up onto the ball of the left foot, and then bend your right knee so the toes point up to the ceiling. And then roll that right knee up to the ceiling, stack the hips, you're looking under the right armpit. And then exhale, bring the knee down, step back to down dog. Inhale, right foot between your hands. Left foot forward, come to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart, standing mountain. Inhale, palms to touch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to down dog and pause. Next, inhale, roll forward to high plank. You can stay here for a moment, or you can drop your knees immediately. Now drop your knees behind your hips, lowering to the mat. Inhale for Sphinx. Taking an extra breath here. Then the next exhale, setting up for locust. Inhale, locust. And then exhale, set up for cobra. Inhale, low cobra. Keep the elbows bent. Well done, everyone. Exhale, lowering down, tuck your toes, coming up into down dog. And inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Then come up onto the ball of the right foot. Bend the left knee, roll the knee up to the ceiling. Press the floor away. And then exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot between your hands. Step the right foot forward. And stay here this time. We're going to ragdoll. So hanging on to elbows, let the head hang. You can even rock a little side to side. And then come to sit on your bottom. Okay. Twisting pose, Ardha Matsyendrasanas. They bring the left heel to the outside. No, left heel to the outside of your right buttock. Either bring the opposite foot over or just in front of the shin. Hold on to that shin, sit up tall. So press through your bottom, lift up your chest, get long in the spine. And then you're going to hug the left arm around the thigh. Exhale as you revolve, draw your navel in, reach those right fingertips behind you. And then inhale, come back to center, change to the other side. Hugging in, lift up, engage your core, pelvic floor, and then that right arm hugs you towards the thigh, and then exhale, turning from the navel. So each exhale, trying to soften through the thighs. You'll feel you can draw that leg in a little closer to feel that hip stretch. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, so feet flat in front of you. Going to come into Navasana boat pose. So hands behind thighs. Press through your bottom, sit up tall. So engage the pelvic floor, navel draws in. And then we're going to come, so tip back, but keep the spine straight, lift the shins. If you can, you're going to release your arms. Otherwise, you can stay where you were. Gaze is on your toes, your drishti. But you want to keep the chest lifting up, gaze straight ahead, soften the jaw, and then exhale, cross your legs, hands beside, little pulse up. And then one more, inhale, lift. Well done. And then exhale, cross the legs the other way, little pulse up. And then we're going to come forward, palms down, step back to down dog. So now we're going to take a vinyasa. So you can either pause in down dog, or you're going to rock forward in high plank. Drop your knees if you need to, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Now inhale, bring the right knee behind the right wrist and come into pigeon. So the right foot is going to cross over to the other side of the mat and then shuffle the left leg back. Walk your fingertips back in line with the front knee, press through the shin, lift up. So you feel your hips are rising, you're using your legs, and then settle the hips down. If you can, fold, fold, otherwise stay as high as you need to. We're going to take 3 breaths here. And then come back onto your palms, tuck the back toes under, step back to down dog. Either stay in down dog or you can take a vinyasa, roll forward, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, pigeon on the left side, left knee behind left wrist. Move that foot across. So walking the hands back, squeeze that shin down, press that shin down, lift up, and then settle hips. Come into your fold. Ujjayi breath, so nice deep, long exhales. And then inhale, palms down. Tuck the back toes under, step back to down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, bring the right foot between your hands. Separate the feet, come up into high lunge, but bring your hands to your heart. So feet are hip distance apart, draw your navel in, reach your arms forward. So separate the arms. So you've still got your lunge going, right knee over right ankle, and then you're going to revolve. You're going to keep the right arm forward. Your gaze is going to follow the left arm. And then on the next inhale, coming forward, bring the hands to your heart. Exhale, lean forward, taking a breath here. And then inhale, exhale, left palm down, revolve the right arm up. Exhale, fingertips down, runner's lunge. And then step, palms down, step the right foot back. Inhale, left leg lifts, bring the left foot between your hands. Separate the feet and then come up to high lunge, hands to heart. So trying to squeeze that back thigh, push through the heel. Engage your core, then reach your arms forward. You're going to take the right arm back. Can't do that. And the next inhale, coming forward again. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, and then exhale, right palm down. Draw the navel in, left arm up. And then exhale, bring the palms down, step back to down dog. You can take a vinyasa or you can stay in down dog. So if you're taking a vinyasa, come through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. So this is where there's no pressure from anyone else, just knowing you've got 20 odd minutes left. Back to down dog. And then we're going to walk our hands back and slowly come to stand. How are we doing? All right. Okay. So from the front of the mat, standing in mountain, inhale, bring your right knee up. And then flex the foot. Ooh. And we can do hamstring curls. So you can bring hands to heart or to hips, whichever. Hamstring curl and then bring the knee forward. So you want your focus in front of you. Think of the breath. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then step down. Other side, weight into the right foot. Inhale, left knee up. Pause for a moment. And flex that foot. And the next exhale, hamstring curl. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, keep going. Keep that focus. And then exhale, step down. So this time, oh no, you won't do squatting. So this time we're going to do one-legged squat. So if you've got knee issues and you want to hang on to the wall or anything, but it's to try and build strength in the thighs and the lower leg as well. So bring your hands to your hips. Gaze forward, so you've got your fixed focus you're looking at. Take your weight into the right foot. Lift the left knee up. And then you're going to bend the right knee. Draw your navel in, stand up. So you want to squeeze the glutes as you come up and see if you can just notice, don't go too fast. If it wobbles aren't a bad thing, they're building strength in the lower leg. Just noticing how it feels, because then you can compare to the other side, and then exhale, step down. And then the other side, inhale, so really engage through the core. The other, oh no, sorry, right knee up, and then start to squat. Squeeze the glute to stand. Keep going. And one more. And exhale, stepping back to the front of the mat. Okay, inhale, take the weight into the right foot. Lift the left knee up. Exhale, high lunge, and then drop the foot down into warrior one. So feet are hip distance apart, left toes pointing slightly forward. Bend through your right knee, and then turning the hips to the front. So you want to internally rotate that back thigh. Draw the navel in. Bring your arms up. Pointing the fingers up. I discovered the other day, this is Kali Mudra. So the hand gesture, she was a fearsome goddess. So when I say James Bond, it's actually her. So reaching up, and then lift your chest, turn your gaze up. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, drop the hands, step back to down dog. Take a vinyasa or stay in down dog. Steady with the breath. And when you're in down dog, we're going to lift the right leg up. Step the right foot between your hands. Drop the left knee down for low lunge. This time we're going to bring the arms all the way up. Sink the hips, draw the ribs back. Turn the gaze up. And then exhale, bring the left palm down. Reach the right arm up. And then you're going to loop that arm under. So as you lunge, reach the right arm through to the left 3 times. Inhale to lift. Exhale to loop. Inhale to lift. Exhale to loop. And then one more. And then palms down, tuck the back toes under, step back to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bring the left foot between your hands. Drop the right knee down for low lunge. Inhale, coming up, sink the hips, draw the ribs back, engage the core, turn the gaze up between the thumbs. And then exhale, coming down, bring the right hand forward. As you lunge, left arm up. Exhale, loop through. So really challenging the hips here, and the ribs are really getting into the side body. So after 3, bring your palms down, step into tabletop and child's pose. Resting child's pose, so drop the elbows down. Okay, and then coming up onto your knees, and then sit back, bring your legs out in front. Have your block and your towel roll. Does anybody not have a towel? Okay, so bringing the block between your thighs. You don't need the towel roll to start with. Lying back for bridge. Arms by your side, heels underneath. And press the arms down so you feel the shoulder blades connect with the mat. Then inhale, draw the lower back down to engage those core muscles, lift your hips up and squeeze that block. Press the soles of the feet down. And then exhale, slowly lowering down. And again, inhale, lift. This time, if you want to clasp the hands underneath, roll onto the tops of the upper arms. And then exhale, lowering down. And now this time we're going to challenge our glutes. So inhale, arms by the side, press the arms down, lift your hips, and then point your right foot so the thighs are parallel and trying to keep the hips level. And exhale, bring the foot down, lower down through the vertebrae. And then the other side, inhale, lift into bridge, lift the left foot, squeeze the block. Use your breath and exhale, releasing down. You can remove the block. And now hug your knees in, little rock. And then keep the knees hugged in, but take the arms wide with the palms down. And shift your hips a couple of inches to the right, and then drop the knees to the left. So turn your head the opposite direction. Again, feeling into that exhale. And then inhale, come back to center, hug the knees in, level the hips. Okay, and then shifting the hips a couple of inches to the left and drop the knees into the right armpit. Take the arms wide. And then come back to center, hug the knees in. And then drop your feet, knees bent, take your towel roll. And you're going to lie down your mat between your shoulder blades. Have your block for your head. And let the elbows drop, turn the palms out. So you feel your chest is being pushed up. Okay, and then bend your knees and then rolling off your towel roll to the side. So remove the roll and the block. Come into happy baby. So heels up, arms on the inside, outside edge of the feet, and then settle the tailbone down slightly. Take the heels apart, stretching the glutes, lower back. And then bring your feet down. And we're coming into Shavasana relaxation. So put your warm things on.